From hearty soup to protein-rich mains and refreshing salads, these healthy iftar recipes are perfect for gatherings, reflecting and nourishing the body after a day of fasting. Choosing balanced meal helps restore energy while keeping digestion light and steady. Made with fresh ingredients, simple cooking methods, and natural flavors, these dishes provide comfort without feeling heavy. Iftar is an important part of the Islamic culture during the month of Ramadan. It's a time to break fast, celebrate, and come together with family and friends. But while it's important to enjoy iftar, it's also essential to make sure that you're eating a healthy and balanced diet. Hello and welcome to Lunch Global's Ramadan special. It's another episode and today we'll be learning some healthy and nutritious iftar recipes. I am Chung Anamel Joseph, and on this episode we will not only inform you but also educate you on the need for healthy choices. We'll be going on a quick break. Stay tuned. You're welcome back from the short break, and if you're just catching up with us, welcome to Ramadan special here on Lunch Global. And today we're going to be looking at some of the healthy, easy, and of course nutritious recipe you can use during iftar. That is, during after breaking your fast, what you eat in the evening. And during Ramadan, we often indulge in heavy and fried food during iftar, which can take a toll on your health or on our health. But there are plenty of non-fried Ramadan recipes that you can enjoy guilt-free. Healthy non-fried iftar snack and meals are an alternative to fried snack and will keep you feeling energized throughout the month. And the first we're going to be looking at today is salad. We know that salad is one great option for a healthy iftar. You can add your favorite fruit or vegetables to the mix, or try adding ingredients like pomegranate seed or kiwi slices. Make a basic fruit salad by mixing your favorite fruit, or try any salad from the amazing salad platter. We have different salad platter. We have the normal Caesar salad, avocado salad, pea salad. There are lots of salads out there. Mexican bean salad, and which is also an awesome choice for healthy iftar. Spicy rainbow salad is also a great choice for a healthy filling iftar. But today we're going to be focusing more on the avocado corn salad. Why? Because we know that avocado is very healthy. Corn is very healthy, and of course, you have some kind of vegetables that you can inculcate, your tomatoes and all that you put together, which energize, make you healthy with your cucumber and your fresh coriander and all of that. And then mixing up all this together, it keeps you energetic, it keeps you also full, and of course very active. Now we're going to be looking at some of the ingredients you can use to make this particular recipe. Now our main ingredient for this recipe is avocado. It also depends on the servings. Are you making it just for yourself? Are you making it for 2, for 3, or for like the whole family? Are your friends coming over to break the fast with you and all of that? So for the servings, that's the quantity, is entirely your choice to make that decision. So for the ingredients, you need your avocado, your tomatoes, your cucumber, your canned sweet corn, but some people like fresh sweet corn, but it depends if it's available in the season. Your fresh coriander as required, your salt and pepper as required, then your lime juice as required. Now the lime juice is to give it the flavor and of course the taste. For the direction, I would say salad is one of the easiest meal you can make, because you don't have to go through the process of having to fry the tomatoes, cook this and cook that. These are natural food, fresh food, and then you just need the work of slicing and cutting, and that's all you have to do. Now, when making this particular recipe, the first thing you need to do is to get all of these ingredients together, wash them properly. You can wash your vegetable with salt or with vegetable vinegar. That's the white vinegar. You can use it to wash your vegetable, and if you do not have the vinegar at your disposal, then you can use your salt. Then you cut all of these vegetables together after washing them, and then it has to be in very small pieces, but at the same time it is left for you to make your choice. Do you want your vegetable very tiny or very big? But I would suggest that you make them, or you cut them into small pieces. Now you can mix all these veggies together, then you add up your salt and pepper and then your lemon juice, and that is it with this recipe. Easy, less time consuming, because during the iftar the Ramadan season, already you're avoiding food or fasting during this period, and it's like you do not have so much energy left in your body. So the best recipe, or you give yourself, or what you're going to eat at that particular period, is just something that it does not need so much strength and energy, and it doesn't consume so much time. So this recipe is a go. Any salad can serve, because there are so many salad out there that you can use for this particular recipe. The next thing is you need the next meal you can make during this iftar or during this Ramadan season, and then to break your fast, which is the iftar, you can also go in with stuffed rice chicken. We know that in Nigeria, rice is one food that is a home favorite. Like, we love rice, everybody likes to enjoy rice, but this recipe is now special because you have your chicken and then you stuff in your rice into your chicken. Now let's see how we can make this delicious meal. This delicious rice stuffed chicken is a great dish for festive dinners and small gatherings, or as an alternative to traditional roast turkey. It is a special way to roast a chicken and definitely feel like a treat. Making this scrumptious stuffed roast chicken is surprisingly easy and straightforward. The yogurt marinade helps the chicken, or the skin of the chicken, to get golden and crispy while keeping the meat moist and succulent. The aromatic rice stuffed with pine nuts and currants is a great alternative to pork stuffing for non-pork eaters. It is very similar to the stuffing you can use to make in a vegetarian stuffed paper, and the chicken juice will make the best chicken gravy to add further flavor to your plate. So for the ingredients in making this particular recipe, don't forget there are so many processes to this. Making the yogurt, roasting the chicken, making the rice before putting all of these together. Now, first things first, you need to marinate your chicken, because your chicken needs to have taste. It needs to have all the, the spice and the seasoning that you need to make this particular recipe, or while marinating the chicken. Now, for the ingredient, you need the whole chicken, your natural yogurt, your salt, freshly ground black pepper, and for the rice stuffing, you need your onions, your olive oil, your pine nuts, short grain rice, freshly ground black pepper, salt, black currant, lemon juice, water, and your parsley. And for the gravy, chicken gravy, you need your chicken stock, which is entirely optional, cooking juices from the chicken, and then your flour. Now, while making the instruction when you're making your marinade for marinating your chicken. Now, firstly, you need to place the yogurt with salt and freshly ground black pepper in a bowl and whisk to combine. Rub the chicken with the marinade, making sure all the skin is totally covered. Then the next thing, you need to let the chicken marinate for about 2 to 3 hours, or ideally overnight in the refrigerator. And I would tell you that it is better for you to marinate your chicken overnight, because the feeling, the energy that you have to pull through the next day is something else. Now, for some people, you have to be at work, you need to make sure that you do your day-to-day activity, while some people have all the time to rest, especially for those people who are self-employed. You are the boss of your own. It's as though you don't have to do anything. Probably you're just going to be on your phone trying to give instructions, but then for people who are going out there to do their day-to-day activities, now you can marinate your chicken overnight, or since you have the whole day, maybe in the morning before stepping out, but then I will still suggest that you do it overnight, because imagine you're getting all set to go to work, you have to wake up, start doing the whole chicken prep, and then that alone can make you really exhausted. But after your suhoor, you can decide to now make that do that whole process, because that time you've eaten something and you still have your energy left in your body. So you can decide to do it overnight and keep it in your refrigerator, but then the option is entirely yours. Now, in making your rice stuffing, put a large pan on a medium to low heat and add olive oil. Add the onions and pine nuts and gently saute until translucent. Stir in the rice and saute for a few minutes until the rice is dry and semi-translucent before adding the blackcurrant, salt, and pepper. Pour in the lemon juice and water, bring to a boil, cover the pan with a lid and let it simmer for 8 to 10 minutes or until the rice absorbs all the liquid. Remove the pan from the heat and add the parsley. Give the mixture a good stir and let it cool down to room temperature before stuffing the chicken, assembling the roasting and the chicken all together. Now, the first thing, you need to take the chicken out of the fridge half an hour before roasting. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like the fan oven. Then with the help of a spoon, stuff the cavity of the chicken loosely with the rice filling. You will only need about half of it. Keep the rest of the stuffing to cook later to serve as a side dish. To neaten and hold in the rice stuffing in the gravy, stew the loose skin together and toothpick or twine. Place the chicken in a Dutch oven or on a baking tray. Pour in 500 milliliter of water, but then it depends. Chicken doesn't take so much time to cook, and then cook covered with a lid or tin foil for about 1 hour. Remove the tin foil or the lid and cook for 40 minutes to an hour or until the core temperature reaches 75 degrees Celsius. And the next thing, you need to remove the chicken from the oven, cover it with a tin foil, and let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes before carving. While resting the chicken, cook the rest of the rice and prepare the gravy. Place the half-cooked rice with water in a pan and cook for 10 to 12 minutes or until the rice absorbs the liquid. Let it rest on the side while the chicken is still resting and preparing the gravy. Now it's time to prepare the gravy. Now you need to skim most of the fat from the cooking lid of the chicken and place the Dutch oven or the baking tray on medium heat. Add a tablespoon of flour and give it a good stir, scraping the bits of the bottom of the pan. When the juices are bubbly and then the flour is all incorporated, pour in the chicken stock and bring it back to a boil. Add any juice from the resting chicken and then cook for about 5 more minutes. Then carve the chicken and serve with the rice stuffing, gravy, and seasonal greens on the side. And this food, it might sound as though it is too bulky, but then this is easy. We literally all know how to cook how to cook rice, how to know when we're parboiling our rice or when our rice is done. And then our chicken, we know that sometimes it depends on the chicken. If you're using like a broiler chicken or a layer chicken or a local chicken, we know how many minutes it takes to cook, especially when you know how to cook. But if you do not, chicken doesn't really take so much time to cook. It just needs a little water, it doesn't need so much, and then in just short period of time it is cooked. And don't forget, you're supposed to also grill the chicken. It depends on how you want it. If you want to cook it in the oven, or it depends on what is at your disposal. But then this recipe, basically you need to use your oven to make it even more delicious. Now the next we have on this recipe is lentil soup. We know that soup is basically very important this period. Soup is easy to consume, you know, especially when you stay very hungry. You know, you can't fast throughout the day and the first thing that goes into your mouth maybe is gari or is swallow or something heavy. Now you start from light to heavy, so you don't just rush into just eating everything just because it's time to break the fast, or let me say because it's time for iftar. Now you need to just go with something very light, then you can go with whatever heavy it is that you desire to eat at this period of time. Now this particular lentil soup is mainly a soup that is very known. It's like a traditional soup for the you know, the Turkish people, I would say, you know. So this particular soup is very healthy. It's a tradition in Turkey, and it is super nutritious, and it is a soup that is comforting, made with red lentils, vegetables, spices, and stock. This extremely delicious and creamy soup is super easy to make and ready in just 30 minutes. Perfect dish for iftar dinner. Red lentils are widely used in Turkish cuisine thanks to their soft texture and versatility. They are very nutritious and packed with vitamin B and potassium. Also, they are a great source of proteins, which makes the soup suitable for vegans and vegetarians. Soup has a very special place during the fasting period of Ramadan, and the evening meal traditionally starts with a piece of olive or date followed by a bowl of warm and cozy soup. Why this recipe works is because you can make this red lentil soup recipe with basic ingredients like red lentils, onions, garlic, and spices without any trip to the supermarket. It is super simple and quick to prepare, and it has a short time cooking, which makes it perfect for an easy weekday meal. You can replace butter with olive oil and use vegetable stock to make the delicious soup vegan friendly. This simple soup is full of nutrition, extremely delicious, and super creamy without any cream added. So for the ingredients, you need your olive oil, your onions, your cloved garlic, your paprika, freshly ground black pepper, salt, potato, carrot, red lentils, vegetable or chicken stock, butter, paprika for garnish, and then your dried mint, all for garnishing. And for the instruction, you need to place a pan on medium heat, then add the olive oil. Next, you need to add the onions along with the garlic and saute until soft and translucent. Next thing, you need to add the paprika, salt, and freshly ground black pepper and cook until fragrant while stirring consistently for about 30 seconds. Pour in the potatoes and carrot, cook for a few more minutes, stirring often in order to ensure their flavor. Then add the red lentils along with the stock. Raise the heat medium-high and bring the mixture to a boil. Then partially cover the pot and reduce the heat to maintain a gentle simmer. Cook for 20 to 30 minutes or until the lentils, carrot, and potatoes are soft. Remove the pan from the heat using a hand blender or food processor and puree the soup until smooth and almost creamy. Melt the butter on low heat and add the paprika along with the dried mint in the butter. Gently simmer for a few minutes. Taste the soup and season with more salt and black pepper. You can also garnish with few drops of mint and paprika infused butter and serve with lemon wedges while still hot. Now, you need to know that in this process, you can adjust the texture of the lentils to your taste by adding or reducing the amount of stock. You can, when sauteing your onions and garlic in olive oil, you can decide to enhance the soup based on flavor. But on this, you can decide to add the lentils and then the broth, then it helps to enhance the soup flavor base. Then you also need other flavors, let me say other ingredients like, you know, your leftover potato, your carrot. You can mash all of this together and allow it. You can try to roast what is left over and then keep it for another day. You can refrigerate it, and of course you can always use it for your iftar, even when it's left, even when you have your soup and is enough. You know, nothing is a waste at all. You can also replace your butter with olive oil and use vegetable stock to make this delicious meal. Now, red lentils soup is possibly the most preferred soup during this Ramadan, as it is healthy, full of nutrition, and very easy to put together. This recipe is super easy to make and ready in just 30 minutes. Perfect dish for a busy weeknight dinner, and of course perfect and healthiest dish for iftar. So for the sake of time, we're going to be stopping here. I just like to share this moment with each and every one of you joining me today, and I'm very, very sure this particular recipes will make a huge difference for you. Sometimes we need to experiment, learn new things, and of course put our health as our priority, our number one choice, because this is the season where you have to stay literally hungry all throughout the day. Then what will you gain if you do not eat healthy? And I hope this recipes today will give you an insight, will also help you to change the style of your dishes, and of course have new recipe, because you still have a long way to go. Thank you for your time with me here on Lunch Global. I hope you've learned something today. I will see you on our next episode. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.